So we came up with an idea for this new app, right? It shows you pictures of things you can have on your Christmas dinners. Basically, if you like it, then you can swipe right. If you don't like it, then what you can do is swipe left. I call it tender.
Wake me up.
Christmas is a time for merry festivities and complaining about terrible presents, a time where wrapping paper gets a 15% discount in October. Okay, you know what, I like Christmas, but there are some bloody weird things about it. The food around that time is lovely though. You get some pretty nice stuff to eat usually. I don't want to necessarily talk about big meals though, they're too important. Why not appreciate the smaller meals, the snacks? In video games you get some nice snacks and all that, often acting as some sort of healing item. So instead, for a list like top 10 snacks, I won't just be judging them on what they do in the game, but more so about, well, how cool the idea of said snack could be. Notice that this isn't a very serious countdown, by the way. This is all just for fun, because the end of the year is just supposed to be fun, isn't it? Regardless of whether you do celebrate Christmas or not, it's just supposed to be an enjoyable time, the end of the year. Let's just end it off like how we started, with a silly food-based topic. Minecraft! Oh, how I miss you so. Where did the times go? I remember when the food of this game was just wheat products and the occasional pork chop. I'm glad that over time they added a variety of food to the game, especially when they added the cake. The cake is quite a unique food item. It has to actually be placed on the ground in order to be eaten. Plus it's split into 6 portions, so you can just totally hoon half the cake and save the rest for later, unless some scumbag comes along and finishes the rest for you. Sadly, while it looks sublime while placed on the ground, that's the only way you can actually eat it, so portability isn't exactly the snack's forte. But, well, it looks nice though. Grab a slice of cake and you'll heal yourself quite a useful bit. You do need quite a lot of ingredients to make one though. 3 buckets of milk, 3 clumps of wheat, 2 piles of sugar, and an egg. It's a lot easier in the game, I tell you. Conker's Bad Fur Day likes to poke fun at these different video game cliches, such as items often floating in mid-air. Okay, let's focus on that one, because what is up with that? Let's be honest. Why do items just randomly hover above the ground and spin? Is there some sort of magnetism happening between the item and below the Earth's surface? Maybe in Conker's Bad Fur Day specifically, the items are just haunted by the ghost of Rareware's standards. Regardless, I think it's funny how Subifida goes about patching up this clearly traumatic plot hole. It's a creation by that crazy German scientist and he calls it anti-gravity chocolate. It finally makes sense. The chocolate is floating because of the scientist's experiment. The chocolate has anti-gravity properties. I do actually wonder, like, if the chocolate's anti-gravity, does that mean if you eat it, you become anti-gravity as well? Like, the nutrients from the chocolate go into, like, does that, like fizzy lifting drinks, does that happen? Also, it's chocolate, so how can you go wrong? Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater has a few foods to eat in order to survive. And to suit the actual title of the game itself, yeah, you can eat snakes. Do you know how freaking manly that is? Having a bloody snake as a healing item. There are quite a plethora of snakes in the game to munch on, and they all heal different amounts as well as taste different. Odd, because I'd assume they just all taste like snake. Okay, maybe chicken. I'll go through some of these snakes to give you an idea. You have the coral snake, which is venomous, so probably not a good idea to wrangle this one out of the bushes. The giant anaconda can also be found, known as the largest snake in the world. You can reduce this to your breakfast. You won't want one unless you've got guns, hun. King Cobra? Nah, I'm not into royal blood. Milk snake. That genuinely sounds like it's taking the piss and sounds like some sort of chocolate snake, but actually it's probably the worst snake in the game. Its stamina recovery is low, and the taste is described to be really bad, like it must taste of something horrible, like museum artifact dust or something abysmal to taste bad compared to things like, I don't know, a venomous snake. The hardest snake to find in the game is the Tsuchinoko. Impossible to find by radar or even with the naked eye. You have to catch it by mousetrap. for Christ's sake. Can you consider herbs a snack? I don't see many people munching on coriander straight out the packet. The herbs from Resident Evil seem to do their fair job of healing Leon whenever needed. You buy them from the merchant and can mix them into different colours, and according to the colours they have different healing properties and can even increase things like strength, although suspiciously they look very smokable. I'm not condoning anything like smoking at all, but with a merchant like that, I don't particularly think the paper he hands with the herbs is just for wrapping them. Aside from childish 420 jokes, I also really like the idea of combining different herbs to get different effects. Not only does it allow you to create your own mixtures, it gives the player the feeling of being some sort of elixir. Like a Build-A-Bear workshop for herbs and spices, although these aren't the sort of herbs and spices that go into KFC, so don't get too excited. They're still a useful snack though. Maybe not for the kids' parties, but I guess in Resident Evil they're alright. Nuka-Cola from Fallout. It's the Red Bull that will literally give you wings. Unexpected to see some sort of consumerist products in a radioactive wasteland, but it seems a couple of fellas made Nuka-Cola before the Great War, and after the huge blast, a few bottles actually survived. So if you find a bottle of Nuka-Cola, pop open a cold one and enjoy the sweet fizzy taste of radiation. Ah, tastes just like Chernobyl. Let's not forget the currency in the series, bottle caps. And since you buy a bottle of Nuka-Cola, you've got yourself a free bottle cap. You can earn money by drinking your sorrows away. Imagine that. There are also different flavours in the game for Nuka-Cola, and you can find them like, for example, cherry. Okay, that's disgusting. Let's not go any further.
Sorry, but if you're gonna be that lazy, you might as well not even try.
Oh, come on, Dr. Callum Fitzgerald. What are you doing here now?
What do you mean? I've always been here.
I thought you were killed the last time you were here. And the challenge is approaching. Top 10 scariest flowers. You were killed by Plant 42, I believe.
Oh, no. Plant 42 wasn't trying to kill me or anything. It was just looking for my world-famous coleslaw recipe.
Wait, what?
Don't you know my coleslaw recipe? It's so famous. How could you have not heard of it?
What are you on about, man?
Well, that is why I'm here today.
No, don't you dare transition to a new Dr. Callum Fitzgerald
It's time for a transition to a new Dr. Callum Fitzgerald segment. This is Snack Time with Dr. Callum Fitzgerald.
Hello, I'm Dr. Callum Fitzgerald. Half scientist, half chef, half mathematician. Today I'm presenting you a recipe, a world-famous recipe for Papa Fitzgerald's coleslaw recipe. That's right, good for family dinners and of course your next Christmas party. So here's how to make it. You will need an onion, some chocolate syrup, some garlic butter, half a coconut, bottle of LNP, and some ready-made coleslaw. First of all, get your bowl, and well.
Did you not prepare a script?
No. Basically, what's happened is
I think that's why you write before you actually present. Like, you're supposed to actually have an idea of what you're going to do before you actually present.
No, you see, you don't understand, man. It's just really hard.
It's just basic common sense, common knowledge on how to make a video, mate.
Okay. Why are you so disapproving of me? Why are you so disapproving of this whole segment?
No, the reason I'm saying this is because, well...
Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Say it. Go ahead, say it. Say it.
This is crap.
And that was Snack Time with Dr. Callum Fitzgerald. Tune in next time to see him bake a tuna casserole.
When Link strides out into the open to slay down a slime, a Tektite, or a Ganondorf, yeah, Ganondorfs are quite pesky nowadays, aren't they? He relies on three things: his sword, his shield, and a cheeky jar of Lon Lon milk. Lon Lon milk is quite a common item in the Zelda universe. It's a delicacy, and it heals a lot. Like, actually, a lot. 5 hearts, man. You can either fill a bottle in Ocarina of Time by playing Epona's song to a cow, or in Minish Cap you can just buy it from Malon. Lon Lon milk is good for the bones, yo. It's the trendiest beverage to come out of Hyrule since love potions. When Link goes down to the club and lays down some sick Hylian grooves, Lon Lon milk is the drink that gets him crunk. Forget gin, forget beer, Lon Lon milk is the party drink of the century.
What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? They say the girl getting money.
Okay, to be honest, isn't that different from actual milk? I'm curious. We'll never know, I suppose. It's about bloody time we had a roast dinner on this list. In Psychonauts, not only can you read minds, which is really the bulk of the game, but you also have several cool abilities like pyrokinesis. You can literally roast some fools in game, which is a nice break from the usual Facebook group chat. But why be roasted when you yourself can roast someone? Take your flame-throwing skills to the forest and spit flames! Spit flames! Waka flocka flames! At the nearest thing you can find, like a squirrel. You can literally get a squirrel roast dinner in Psychonauts, which is nice, I guess. Okay, that's pretty rich. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't be able to live with the guilt that I full-on barbecued a bloody squirrel outside its home. Is this what we resort to in order to live? To fry innocent squirrels? No wonder Veruca Salt got absolutely pwned in that movie. Do you realize the damage we do to squirrels each and every year by roasting them with flamethrowers? Out of every snack so far on this list, this is definitely the one I would probably most like to eat. Earthbound is known for its quirkiness. Any stickler on the series would tell you how silly it loves to be from time to time, but a lot of its items are worth noting, like the Cup of Life noodles. The Cup of Life noodles are quite possibly the most powerful healing item in the whole game, and oddly enough, it may as well be the cheapest. It's just a cup of noodles, the kind you would find stacked up in any college student's pantry. But this one, it's a bit special, because it revokes all status ailments and can revive a party member with full HP. That's noodles for you, being really cheap, but really effective. This segment contains traces of Undertale. Don't worry, there are no story spoilers here, but in case you want to experience the game for yourself, you can skip the oh, you know what, just man up and face it. It's not like I'm going to tell you Papyrus gets abducted by aliens or anything. In the Waterfall area in Undertale, there's a room with a piano that you can play. Around this area is also a statue with dripping water, and by giving that an umbrella, you can make the raindrops play a song. If you go back to the piano and play the song correctly by ear, you can actually find a secret room with an artifact. Oh, an artifact, you say? What could it possibly be? Let's find out. Oh right, there's too much dog in my inventory. I don't remember picking up an annoying dog. Oh well, let's just release it. Oh, you can't be serious. The artifact is just a red herring. It's a ruse. It's a sham. On the bright side, you get dog residue. Yeah, that's legit. Dog residue is our number 2 spot on the top 10 snacks because it's just hilarious, you know? You can't not love how unfitting a name like dog residue is. And by using it as a healing item, what dog residue does is multiply the dog residue in your inventory and fill it up to max capacity. So if you thought you were running low on dog residue, don't worry, you'll get more. It's the gift that keeps on giving. If you're lucky, that's a debatable term though, you'll even get a dog salad. Yes, a dog salad. It's a mixture of assorted fried tennis balls, grass, and chewed beef bones. Delicious. Like, this isn't even a piss take, man. This is an Undertale, a real item. You know, Toby Fox looked at this and he thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll put it in. It's so weird, man. He's paying us back for the artifact that was stolen from us. There is only one snack to rule them all in the world of video games, and that is the one, the only, mushroom from Super Mario Bros. What have I done? It seems like such an obvious move, and to be honest, it really is, but for the protruding plumber, the power-up mushroom has simply made it as an icon of this series. Who doesn't know that the mushroom is symbolic of the most famous video game franchise of all time? From the first game onwards, the mushroom has been used to grant Mario a boost in height and power, basically giving him an extra hit. In games like Super Mario Galaxy, it's another 3, and in the RPGs, the mushroom is your basic healing item. But wait, that can't be it though. If that was it, it wouldn't be at number 1. There's got to be another use for the mushroom possibly, and you would be right, young child. When the mushroom can be used as an ingredient for different recipes in games like the Paper Mario series, that's when you start noticing how much of a versatile food item this really is. Your choices of recipe range from the shroom broth, shroom cake, shroom fry, shroom steak, shroom roast. So many shrooms here, enough to send a gang of hippies to Jupiter. But Mario can take it. To think that the humble mushroom could be the basis for a lot of tasty meals in the games. The mushrooms from Super Mario Bros. Seem to dominate the tier list of snacks in both use and iconic status. It acts as a quick bite for Mario and also gives him a useful ability buff. I tell you what, I'm MasterJakeStudios, and I hope no matter what's on your table this coming end of 2015, I hope you enjoy the holiday season regardless. I promote an end to this video. What is up guys, it's your man EndSlateBoy97 with a new EndSlate ready to plug some new videos of MasterJakeStudios. Okay, no, but for real guys, if you want to check out my countdowns, you can click the link on the bottom left corner. If you want to check out a review series called Blue Shelled, in which a new episode of that's coming out in a few weeks, you can click the bottom right. And if you want to check out challenges approaching, you can click that little red circle with a pixel face in it. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty much all I have to say for the rest of the video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And oh, no, oh my god, my alarm's gone off. Hang on, I'll be right back. Pretty good.